You tapping in real quick for this UFC 302. Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. Final thought video. We're going to get through it as quickly and as painlessly as possible. And this one should be it. With the exception of the parlay videos I'm going to put out for the prelims, the main card, and the whole card. This is going to be the last time we're going to run through and give our thoughts on each and every individual fight. You feel me? Because hopefully we don't have no more changes, you know what I'm saying? The boy Andre Lima is on his third opponent. Something similar to the boy Omar Sy last week. He was on his third opponent, and then that stuck. Hopefully this one sticks. I tell you what though, if somewhere in these next week and some change, Mitch falls out and Andre Lima's looking for another opponent, Joshua Van had two opponents call the fuck out on him. And he was, unable to get rebooked for this card. But Lima got rebooked with the boy Mitch. Now, if Mitch falls out, they really need to go ahead and just bring Joshua Van in and let Joshua Van and Andre Lima kick the fucking card off in spectacular fashion. You know what I mean? But with the exception of that happening, I'm rocking with the boy Andre Lima to go ahead and get this one done inside the distance, man. I honestly think he's going to knock this young man the fuck out. Stiffen him up, starch him. You know what I'm saying? I went back and I checked out all I needed to check out on Mitch. I said it earlier in my one little clip. He was undefeated as an amateur, 6-0, but all 6 of those victories came by decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now as a professional, he's 9-1. And more of those victories have come by finish in some way, shape, form, or fashion, other than decision in that 9-1 run. But with that being said, that 9-1 run is against opposition with combined records of 44 wins and 31 losses. You understand what I'm saying to you? 44 wins and 31 losses. Where on the other side, Andre Lima, his 8-0 is against opposition with combined records of 44 wins and 8 losses. Know what I'm saying? 41 wins and 8 losses. So you got 44 wins and 31 losses, or 41 wins and 8 losses. He's got 3 more fights. You know what I'm saying? But like the opposition has 44 wins, and this opposition has 41 wins, but this opposition has 31 losses, and this one has 8 losses. 8, 16, 24, almost 32, like almost 4 times. Like, come on, man. The level of competition is just not the same, man. Andre Lima's been up against it where Mitch hasn't. You know what I mean? Hence why he's been able to go ahead and get these finishes in this 9-1 run. But that's going to come to a halt at UFC 302. In my personal opinion, Andre Lima's going to knock this young man the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying too? He going to put him down, man. He going to put him the fuck down. In spectacular fashion, he's going to kick off this fucking card fantastically. You understand what I'm saying to you? So Andre Lima's the pick, man. The boy Mitch is part of the New England cartel or whatever that, you know what I mean? Whatever. Never really been high on any of the individuals that came out of the New England cartel. You feel me? So that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't move me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And then just taking a look at his career and the opposition that he's been up against, that did absolutely nothing for me. You understand what I'm saying to you? And watching what little bit I could watch on him, and then you go and watch what you can watch on Andre and look at the opposition he's been up against and what he's capable of and the kickboxing experience that he possesses as well. It's Andre Lima, man. My bad. I took a long time on that one right there. Fuck. Jocelyn Edwards versus Perez, man. I'm still rocking with Jocelyn Edwards. I'm still rocking with her to get this one done. Unanimous decision. 2 rounds to 1. You understand what I'm saying to you? Maybe there'll be some love for Perez in there somewhere. and it could be a split decision, but I still got Jocelyn getting a nod. The body of work, the level of competition she's been up against, her resume, her wins, her losses, just her whole body of work, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a fan. I said it before, man. I fuck with Jocelyn Edwards, man. You know what I'm saying? And she's taking this dub, man. Moving on. It's still Basil. It's still Bezel versus Mickey, and it's Bezel in round one. You know what I'm saying? It's Bezel in round one. I don't understand. I mean, we in Newark, New Jersey, so I guess I understand why Mickey's on this card. I don't necessarily understand why he's still in the UFC. I've said that before. I won't take too much longer on that, man. Bezel inside the distance. Bezel most likely inside the first 5 minutes. That's just my personal opinion. Nico versus Alex. The pick for me is still Alex, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully Alex goes in here and gets this one done by submission. You know what I mean? Somewhere in the first 10 minutes. Hopefully he don't fuck around with him. Like, he can go out there if he want, fill him out on the feet a little bit, but he's at a reach disadvantage, man. And in my personal opinion, he's also at a power disadvantage. Nico got pop on his shots, man. Nico can fucking crack. You understand what I'm saying to you? And you really don't want to get into a firefight with this motherfucker. Like, you don't want to get into the pocket and just start swinging with this motherfucker, because that's when you give him all the opportunities that he needs to go ahead and walk away with a victory. You feel me? Now, if Alex goes in there and is able to work in some wrestling and get Nico to the ground and then searches for the submission, I feel like he can go ahead and sink something in and secure something. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want him rolling the dice, man. Like, I've seen a couple of his interviews, and he's excited to get this fight back. You know what I'm saying? It was a no contest or whatever. Their first fight was overturned and ruled a no contest or whatever. You know what I mean? It was what it was for what it was. You know what I mean? He wants to get it back. Nico wants to get it back. I honestly feel like Alex is more technically sound, all-around fighter. You understand what I'm saying to you? He possesses more ways to get this one done if he so chooses to go that route, you know what I mean? But if he wants to stand and bang and roll the dice on the feet and play that motherfucking game with Nico Price, man, it could be a whole different night, man. Nico could clip this motherfucker. I said it, he's at a reach disadvantage and a power disadvantage. I really don't think he wants to play this motherfucking excitement game, you know, for the fans. But who the fuck am I, man? You know what I'm saying? Neither one of these individuals are title challengers. They're not going to be title challengers. You know what I'm saying? They're really only concerned with putting on good fights and exciting fights for themselves and for the fans, you know what I'm saying, to continue to cement that into their legacy as a part of their legacy, you know what I'm saying, just being exciting fighters, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if he just completely avoids all grappling and wrestling exchanges and stays on the feet and, you know, tries to knock Nico Price the fuck out or out-volume him and outwork him over the course of 15 minutes, which I think is a bad fucking idea, man. Especially since I like Alex to win this fight. But we can't act like Nico's not live at any given time on any given night. So it is a dangerous fight, like a couple more on here. I'm still rocking with Alex, though, man. Hopefully he gonna do what he need to do to secure the dub. You know what I mean? Phil versus Jake. Obviously, Alex isn't one of my most confident picks, but Phil versus Jake. Now, I am very confident in Phil, and he is an underdog, but he is one of my most confident picks on this card in this matchup. I said it before, man. It's just such a good matchup for Phil to shine, in my personal opinion, man, because if he wants to wrestle or he wants to grapple and he wants to initiate those type of exchanges, he can do so in this matchup, and he will win those exchanges in this matchup. And on the feet, when they're striking, he'll be at range, he'll be at distance. That 7.5-inch reach is gonna come in so handy in this matchup, man. And he will keep Jake on the end of his strikes. I'm not saying he's not going to eat any strikes. He's not going to get his chin touched once or twice. He's not going to get that body ripped. He's not going to catch a leg kick or a body kick. You understand what I'm saying too? These things are going to happen, but I feel like if anything makes its way through his guard and through his distance management, he's going to then, resort to putting Jake up against the cage and grinding off some time, possibly looking for a sweep and working on some top control. You understand what I'm saying to you? I really feel like this is Phil's fight to lose, man. And simply due to the fact that Jake is who Jake is. And I don't feel like he's going to show up and be anybody else other than who he's been. You understand what I'm saying to you? He's not a high volume striker and he's not a high heavy pressure fighter. You understand what I'm saying to you? He picks his shots. He's technically sound. He's a solid individual. You understand what I'm saying to you? I just think he's going to be outworked over the course of 15 minutes in this fight. This is why I like Phil a whole lot in this matchup, and especially as an underdog. It's Grant versus Joe, 30-27 across the board if it makes it to the cards. Otherwise, I feel like he dusts him off in some way, shape, form, or fashion inside the distance. And it's with all due respect to Joe Selecki, like I said before, it's just the wrong time for him to be getting matched up and locked in the cage with Grant Dawson, in my personal opinion. Roman versus Caesar. Caesar's probably my most confident pick on this shiesty card, man, to be completely honest with you. Just like he was when he debuted against the old boy with the heavy wrestling credentials and a heavy wrestling background that was supposed to just ragdoll him around, and that didn't happen. You understand what I'm saying to you? Roman Kopylov, I'm not even going to sit here and lie to y'all and tell you I respect his body of work and his resume and this, that, and the third, because I really don't. I'm not high on this man. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I never have been. And you're not going to change my mind and get me to be, prior to this fight, based off of knockouts of Josh Frem, you know what I'm saying, and knockouts of Alessio, whatever his name is, you feel me, and the Bull Ribeiro and whatever my old boy's name, like, them, they don't impress me at all, not one bit, not one way, shape, form, or fashion, you know what I'm saying? When you really stepped up, I guess against Fluffy, granted, he wrestled you, he took you down and got you up out of there, you know what I'm saying? But that was your rules. Like, Josh Frem wasn't a step up, man. Josh Frem was stepping up when he was fighting Roman Kopylov, in my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? So, like, nothing about his resume really impresses me, you know what I mean? Where when Cesar Almeida's, and just those 3 fights with Alex Pereira in the kickboxing ring alone, that impresses me. If we're all going to sit here and be impressed with Alex Pereira and impressed with Israel and Sanya and impressed with everything that they've done and accomplished inside this octagon and inside the UFC, how are we not going to be impressed with Cesar Almeida, man? Alex Pereira left that middleweight division. He told y'all motherfuckers that Cesar Almeida was coming to the UFC, man. He told y'all he was on his way. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, he posted pictures with this motherfucker, letting motherfuckers know that this dangerous individual was on his way into that division. And he's been in the ring with him, so he knows what he's capable of, man. Like, Alex ain't dumb. He wasn't about to have another match with this man inside the octagon. He fought him 3 times in the kickboxing ring and lost to him once and could never finish him. All 3 fights went to the fucking cards, man. You know what I'm saying? He won by a unanimous decision. He lost by a unanimous decision. And he won by like a split decision. You know what I'm saying? So the boy Cesar Almeida is very dangerous and very capable on his feet. And that's very impressive to me, in my own personal opinion. Because this is a fight that's basically between 2 fucking strikers. And one in Cesar Almeida that possesses takedown defense. This is not Robelis de Spain. This young man knows how to get the fuck up. He has takedown defense, and he knows how to get the fuck up if he's been taken down. You understand what I'm saying to you? I am not worried about Roman Kopylov coming in here and playing salsa boy. Not in any way, shape, form, or fashion, man. That is the least of my worries. Cesar Almeida is going to knock this young man the fuck unconscious, man. And it's just, my personal belief that he's going to, like Alex Pereira, he's going to climb his way up into the motherfucking 15 and into the motherfucking 10 before anybody with them wrestling credentials gets matched up with him and really contest this young man. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. He's going to fuck Roman Kopylov up, man. Brown versus Zaleski. This is one I was talking about when I was talking about Nico and Alex. It scares me, man. The pick is still Brown to go ahead and get it done by unanimous decision. I could see a night where it goes to the cards and it's a split decision or a draw. I could see something fucking crazy happening and it being disqualification. You understand what I'm saying too? Like, this fight's gonna be fireworks from the moment that motherfucker start until the moment that motherfucker stop. You understand what I'm saying to you? Both of them got popping these shots. But the more dangerous motherfucker is Zaleski, in my personal opinion, man. He's not to be slept on. You understand what I'm saying to you? This man can crack. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about, because he did Benoit Saint Denis, man. Benoit Saint Denis had no business being up in that division. He was just trying to debut into the UFC. You understand what I'm saying to you? Benoit Saint Denis is nobody that needs to be up in there with somebody like Zaleski anyway. Zaleski's a vet. Zaleski's an OG. Zaleski know how to get it done. Zaleski can crack. Zaleski's fucking dangerous. You understand what I'm saying to you? And there is a night where Zaleski finds that motherfucking chin or finds that motherfucking temple. You understand what I'm saying to you? And puts this young man and Randy Brown the fuck down. You know what I mean? It's a motherfucking night where he finds that body with a mean body kick. Wow. And folds him up like a lawn chair and then just starts teeing off on his motherfucking temples with hooks until the referee pulls him away from him. Like, Zaleski's fucking dangerous, man. I'm just banking on Randy being able to go ahead and use that motherfucking range that got like a 5-inch reach or something like that. Use that reach to his advantage. Get his motherfucking distance managed and get everything under control. And if need be, you know, take him to the ground, man. Not like Zaleski's any fucking chump anywhere that this fight goes, but, you know, find your way to win these minutes and win these rounds and secure this victory. You understand what I'm saying to you? But with that being said, man, this is a scary fight, man. Because there is a night where Zaleski folds this young man up like a fucking lawn chair. But I'm still rocking with Brown, man. I'm still rocking with Brown to go ahead and get this one done by decision, man. Almeida versus Romanov. This ain't Curtis Blades, y'all. You understand what I'm saying to you? This ain't Tom Aspinall. This ain't John Jones. You feel what I'm saying to you? And with all due respect to Cyril Gane, I think Almeida gives Cyril Gane problems. You feel me? Because Cyril Gane ain't, you know, motherfucking Curtis Blades, Tom Aspinall, or John Jones. These individuals have wrestling credentials. They're agile. They can fucking move, you know what I mean? And they just all around savages, in my personal opinion, man. And Romanov's not one of them guys, man. I said it, man. I ain't been high on that motherfucker ever, man. And I really just got Almeida making this one look like he did against Rosenstruck or Derek Lewis, you know what I mean? And just getting it done. And getting it done early, getting it done quick, man. Kevin versus McCall. This is the other one. This is the other one. This is the only other one that shakes me up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I like Kevin in this fight to go ahead and get it done. You know what I mean? I would like him as well to go ahead and use his motherfucking jiu-jitsu, though. You know what I mean? Use your strikes. Come out there. You know what I mean? Use your strikes. Fill him out. Put your fillers out there. Put your jab out there. You know what I mean? Throw your 1-2. See if you can get him on the end of your combinations. But if that 1-2 doesn't flatline him or, you know what I mean, put him down on his motherfucking ass, man, work your way into that motherfucking grappling exchange, in that wrestling exchange, and get this young man down on the ground into an uncomfortable position where he doesn't want to be, sink in a submission, and go ahead and keep it moving, man. You know what I mean? On to the next one. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because if you let him get in there, if you come in that motherfucker, if Kev come in there and he's talking shit, you know what I mean, and you know, this and that, off the rip, and he lets old boy get in there and rip that fucking body and tap that motherfucking chin and wobble him a little bit. Now, Kev, durable, you know what I mean? But we can't act like we don't see it in Kev's eyes. I see it in Kev's eyes. When that motherfucking chin get tapped, you feel me? And God forbid a motherfucker say something back or chuckle back to him or give him that look after they tap that motherfucking chin after he was talking that shit. Kev getting his head, man. And there is a night where McCall can hit that body and hit that chin, you know what I mean? And break this young man's spirit a little bit and just keep chipping away at him, you know, for the rest of that 15 minutes and walk away with a split decision. Both names getting read off and McCall taking the motherfucking nod and Kevin looking all goddamn crazy again. You know what I mean? But you do it to yourself, brother. Don't do it to yourself, man. Don't do it to yourself. Sean versus Paulo. I'm still rocking with Paulo, man. Still rocking with Paulo, man. I think motherfuckers forgot about Paulo and how dangerous Paulo is and what Paulo's capable of. And the fact that Paulo, he is a heavy pressure fighter and a high volume on the feet fighter. Him and Sean throw the same amount of strike. They both throw a high volume of strikes on the feet. Paulo just throws with bad intentions and a lot of power, a whole lot of pop in all of his shots, everything. I mean, when that man comes in, imagine if he just walks in on Sean like he did the old boy, man, just shelled up, just pushing him back with his shell and just ripping. I mean, if he rips Sean to the body a couple times, like he's ripped some of these other individuals, Sean's gonna crumble, man, and then he's just gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta remember that Paulo's coming with body kicks, leg kicks, head kicks, and that's gonna be the difference in this fight, in my personal opinion. I misspoke in the first video about it being 3 rounds. It's a 5-round fight. You understand what I'm saying too? But that don't matter, man. I don't know that Sean's gonna be able to make it 5 rounds with Paulo Costa. You understand what I'm saying too? Paulo's he's a different animal, man. And one thing don't have anything to do with the other. You feel what I'm saying too? Like this ain't gonna be when he stepped in there with Israel Adesanya. Paulo's fucking aggressive. He's fucking durable. You understand what I'm saying too? He's hungry, he's coming, and he hits hard, man. With absolutely everything. You understand what I'm saying to you? His boxing's nice too. He rocks and rips to the body too. He got a nice, nasty little shell too. His jabs, his hooks, his counters, his checks, like everything about Paulo boxing game is nice too. Sean's a little crisper. Yes, it is. It's a little bit cleaner. Yes, it is. But Paulo's is much more powerful. You understand what I'm saying to you? And Paulo's going to be coming that whole 25 minutes. If you there, the whole 25 minutes for him to be coming at you. You understand what I'm saying to you? But the kicks he's going to hit Sean with to the body, the way he's going to rip, I don't necessarily think Sean's going to be able to take that, man. You know what I mean? I don't think Sean beats the Paulos, the Marvins, or the Roberts of this division. You know what I mean? Like, I think Robert Whittaker runs through him, too. I think Marvin Vettori runs through him, too. Paulo's going to run through him. Jaden Caraner already did. You understand what I'm saying, too? Like, it's certain individuals, he not going to get off on. He was in Israel Adesanya's head. You know what I mean? Like, he was all the way in his head. He won that fight before they ever even stepped into the fucking cage, man. Mind warfare. He was all in his head, all that shit about his dog and all that shit about this, and made it all personal and got Izzy all in his bag and just came out there and did what he did to him. This ain't that. This ain't that. He doesn't beat the Paulos and the Marvins and the Roberts, man, of this division. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? His little reign is over. His little reign is over, man. And Paulo's just gonna be one more speed bump to slow him down yet again. Islam versus Dustin. Still leaving this one alone, man. Unless it's in a haymaker, you know what I mean? It's a dog or pass. Your boy Islam's already minus 550 going to minus 600 type shit, you know what I'm saying? We not fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? So if we on a main card parlay or a whole card parlay and we fuck with this fight, it's going to be Dustin. We not going to go against the grain because we not going to act like Dustin don't possess the pop in his shots to put this young man unconscious. That man been touched by Volk and sat back like this off a stiff jab. He been touched in his temple and went down on his knees and went sucking in for a single leg. You know what I mean? Like, he gets touched by Dustin like that, he might very well go all the way to fuck under. You feel me? He's been touched and put down. You know what I mean? That's where that one and only loss come from. And that's from a far less striker with far less striking abilities and power than Dustin possesses. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I know it was a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago that Volk touched his motherfucking chin and put him back, touched his temple and crumbled him up a little bit. You understand what I'm saying to you? And put him in some compromisable positions that if Dustin does, Dustin can dust this motherfucker clean off, man. Let's not act like he can't. Let's not act like he don't possess the capabilities and the the power to do so. But with that being said, it is what it is, man. That's what we rocking with. That's that with that. I'm going to tap back in tomorrow with the prelims, with the whole card, with the main card, with the haymakers. And that'll be that with that, man. Wish y'all the best. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.